Hi guys! Today I've got a practice for when you're working from home. So we're going to focus on mobilizing and stretching the shoulders and the upper back, as well as stretching the legs out a little bit. So when you're ready, we'll get started. So we're going to start by having a little bounce on the balls of the feet. Just letting the knees and ankles be soft. Let the arms flop down by your sides. Just starting to let go of your day so far. Good, and then you can stay with this or you can bring it into a bit of a bounce. Really letting the arms just be loose, flopping down by your sides. Good, shaking anything that you've got going on for you that you want to let go of. Good, and then we'll start to bring it back to that bounce. Soft through the knees. And slowly come to stillness. Just take a moment here, noticing the body, the breath, the rhythm of your heartbeat. Maybe sighing out through the mouth on your exhale. Good, and then from here, we're going to start to lift the arms up overhead, looking up as you lift the arms. Exhaling to bring the hands back down by your sides, chin drops down. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhale back down. Good, inhaling. Exhale. Good, inhaling up, either staying with this or you can bring it all the way down to a forward fold. Good, inhaling back up. Exhale, fold. Good, bring the palms together at the chest. Good, and then we're going to circle out through the wrists. So rolling the wrists around, backs of the hands come together. Little finger side of the hand, palm of the hand, thumb side of the hand. Then moving it round in a fluid motion. Good, and then take it round the other way if you haven't already. Perfect. From here we're going to take the arms out to this cactus position and then moving the hands down, trying your best to keep the elbows where they are in line with the shoulders. Good, bringing them back up, moving them back down, just taking a few more at your own pace. And just notice what this is feeling like in your shoulders. Just bring the hands down as far as they'll come, no need to strain here. We're just warming up. Good, and then from here back to this cactus position, bringing the elbows towards each other and then opening back up. Don't worry if you can't get them to touch, just bring them in that direction and then opening back up. Good. Good, and then dropping the arms down, give the shoulders a few circles. Going one way and then the other. Good, and then I'm going to just spin around, but you can stay as you are, just so you can see this one. I'm going to bring one arm up, the other one down, then try and reach the hands towards each other on the back. And then just swapping them from side to side, so the other arm comes down, then back up. Again, don't worry here if the hands meet, they're just coming to wherever they make it on your back. Focusing on moving through the shoulders rather than trying to achieve any sort of position or pose. Good. Take one more to each side. Good, and then just drop the arms down again, circle the shoulders or give them a little bit of a shake, whatever you need. You can bring that shake into the rest of the body if you want. feels quite nice. Good, and then from here, we're going to bring the feet about hip width apart, bending the knees and just resting the hands on the thighs somewhere. Then we're going to take a cat-cow through the spine. So exhaling to round through the spine. Inhale to arch the back, lift the chest, maybe looking up. Good, moving with your breath. Exhaling to round, just turn this way. Inhaling to lengthen. Good. And then we'll come to stand back up. Interlace the hands, press the hands away from you, and then all the way up towards the sky. Good, take it to one side and then the other. And then you can drop the arms back down. Good, just coming towards the front of your mat if you're not there already. We're going to bring our balance into our left foot, picking up the right knee, squeezing the knee up towards the chest, taking some circles with that ankle. Good, from here we're going to take a big step back to high lunge. So we're on the ball of the back foot, hips are facing forwards. You can keep your hands on your hips or reaching them up towards the sky. Good. Breathing here, trying your best to keep the breath smooth and steady. And then we're going to start to move with the breath. So we're exhaling, hands come down, chest forwards. Inhale, back up. Twice more like that. Exhaling. Inhale, back up. Good. Feeling strong through that front leg. Back heel is reaching away. Good. Coming back to your high lunge. From here, we're going to bring hands to prayer. Come to a twist. So maybe hooking that front elbow to the outside of the knee, looking past that top shoulder. If this feels like too much, you can stay upright. Bring the right hand to the outside of the front knee. Back hand just rests on the lower back, finding your twist here. If it's feeling like too much in this high lunge, drop the back knee down and take the twist here as well. And you can be in this one as well here with the knee down. So lots of options, just finding what works for you today. Even if you normally take one, feel free to try out a different one, just see what it feels like. Good, and then unraveling yourself from here, reaching the hands back up, and then we're all going to come down, dropping the hands down to the front, taking it back for plank, knees can be down here as well, and then sending the hips up and back for downward dog. Cuddling out through the feet. And then we'll start to walk the feet up towards the top of the mat, maybe crisscrossing the legs as you walk up. Good, forward fold here. Let everything hang down towards the ground. Nice big bend in the knees. And then rolling up through the spine, pressing the hips forwards, reaching the hands up overhead. We'll interlace, reaching the hands up, moving to one side, up through center, over to the other side. Good. Back to center, drop the hands down. We'll take that on the other side. So coming back to the front of the mat if you're not there. Weight into your right foot, lifting the left knee. Taking some circles with the ankle. Good. And then from here, stepping back for high lunge. Finding where you want to go, hands on hips, arms extended, back knee down maybe. Just taking a second to really make a conscious decision about which pose you want to take here, which option you want to take. And then we're going to move with the breath. Exhaling, hands come down. Inhale, back up. They might just come in front if it's too much with the arms all the way lifted. Inhale. Good, exhale. Keep that back heel reaching back. Good. and then making your way into your twist. So either palms together, hooking that front elbow to the knee, or staying upright, just turning the upper body with the hands resting on the body. Feel free to drop that back knee down as well if you need. Good, and then coming back to center, reaching the arms up, and then all the way down, framing the front foot, step back to plank, and then send it back for downward dog. You're welcome to pedal out through the feet again here, or maybe finding stillness this time, working at reaching the tailbone up towards the sky, hands pressing the ground away, pressing into the knuckles and the fingertips, really spreading your weight evenly through the whole hand, reaching the heels down towards the ground. Good, and then starting to walk the feet up towards the top. And then this time, we're going to start to drop the hips down, coming to a little toe stand if you can, and then all the way down to the floor. From here, we're coming to a seated position. Feel free to come to cross-legged, kneeling, or sitting up on a chair if you'd like. We're just going to take a couple of minutes of a guided meditation, really to help clear the mind before you get back on with your day. So when you're comfy, sitting up nice and tall through the spine, closing the eyes or softening the gaze down towards the ground. We'll start by just noticing the breath here. Just trying to notice your natural inhale and exhale. So try not to change the breath. Sometimes that can be tricky, especially if we're newer to this kind of practice. As soon as we start to bring our focus to the breath, we feel like it changes or like we can't breathe. But just remember that you can breathe, and it's always going to be just flowing in and out on its own. So you really don't have to do anything here, apart from notice. Good, and then seeing what sensation you can feel the breath causing in the body. So it might be the belly expanding and contracting, it might be the chest rising and falling. If you're lying down, you might feel the back pressing into the ground a little bit more on your inhale, and then it moves away on your exhale. You might even be able to feel the air passing in and out through the nose or the mouth. Good, and then from here, just noticing what is the most intense sensation you can feel. What is the most obvious one? And then seeing if we can keep our attention with that sensation. So it might be the belly moving or the chest, or any other sensation you can feel. But we're looking at ones being caused by the breath. And each time the mind starts to drift off, thinking of something else, see if you can notice that and then bring it back to that sensation, that feeling of the breath. And don't worry, the mind will always drift away, and the practice is bringing it back, trying your best not to give yourself a hard time over it, understanding that that's just what the mind does, and it's our job to just work on bringing it back each time. Each time it drifts, bring it back to the breath. Good. We'll just stay here for another maybe 30 seconds. if you've got longer, feel free to pause the video here and continue with this little meditation. Otherwise, bring some gentle movement through the head and the neck. Maybe starting to roll the shoulders, moving the spine. If you're sitting on the floor, maybe stretching the legs out, moving the feet and the ankles. Good. And I'll leave you here. So well done for taking this little bit of time for yourself, taking this time to practice. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.